Tom Stewart, here with my colleague, Midge Woolsey. You know, there's a fast, direct, and effective way to show your appreciation for this broadcast of Heritage, one of public television's most acclaimed series. Just call the number on your screen and make a contribution to support this public television station right now.
The size of your contribution is up to you, but if you make a commitment of $150, we will reserve a handsome boxed set of the 9-hour series on 5 videotapes. When Heritage was first released about 20 years ago, no VHS was available, so this is your chance to receive your own copy of this landmark television event. Make your call and make your contribution at the $150 level right now.
Now, if you're already a member and you'd like to make an additional contribution, your help would be deeply appreciated. Despite all our wishful thinking, the future of public television is never a sure thing. But when you become a member and a partner right now, your commitment makes the future of this station and public television just a little more secure.
So please, don't put your call off any longer. Join us and then enjoy the programs you find here with new eyes, the eyes of a supporting member of this station. It's fast and easy to become a member, and you're in the driver's seat when it comes to deciding how much you want to give. If you'd like to enjoy the music of John Duffy, the award-winning composer of the score for Heritage, well, join this station at the $60 level, and we'll send you a copy of selections from the soundtrack for Heritage, including the wonderful fanfare and chorale, the symphonic dances from Heritage, and the suite for orchestra. It's the music you've heard in the background during this intermission.
Now, when you become a member with a contribution of $200, we have a very special way to show our appreciation. You'll be able to enjoy Heritage on your home DVD player with all the clarity and flexibility of DVD technology. But we'll also take you a step further. In addition to the 3 DVDs, we'll include a special DVD ROM version of Heritage for use with your IBM-compatible PC.
Now, your computer has to be equipped with a DVD ROM drive, as most of the newer models are. You can use it for yourself, or you can donate this extraordinary resource to a school or library, or to a relative. In addition to the entire series, plus a condensed version of the Encyclopedia Judaica, the DVD ROM includes a wealth of added multimedia material. Take a look at some of the exciting material you'll find on the Heritage DVD ROM.
The Heritage DVD ROM includes multimedia presentations on scores of topics, offering information like this presentation on the early days of the Jewish community in Manhattan. Click on the Colonial America entry, and you'll find yourself on this page. Select Multimedia Presentations, then click on New York City, and you'll find this presentation on the Jews of colonial New York. Jews from Spain and Portugal came here as early as the mid-1600s. The first synagogue dates from as early as 1704. A Jewish cemetery remains at Chatham Square, as do portraits of the city's prosperous Jewish families, and records carefully kept in English and Hebrew. There's much, much more on the Heritage DVD ROM.
And with us now is one of the most familiar rabbis in America. He's one half of the God Squad with Monsignor Tom Hartman. And he's also an outspoken supporter and great friend of public television. It's our pleasure to welcome the ever-lovely Rabbi Mark Gman.
Oh, you're so sweet.
So lovely.
Well, thank you, thank you. I'm very happy to be here, and you should actually ask anyone who comes here if they're very happy. I am very happy.
On a scale of happiness.
I'm off the scale, and the reason is that this series is so incredibly important, and it exactly shows that public television can do this better than any other place. No other channel can provide this kind of series, this kind of in-depth, wonderful, serious, and yet accessible picture of an entire culture and an entire faith.
You know, Rabbi Gman, what amazes me is the fact that this series premiered about 20 years ago, and yet it's still timely.
It is.
Isn't it?
I had black hair when this premiered. But Abba Eben's work is actually not just interesting now, and the series is not just informative now. That would be enough of a reason to do this on public television, and enough of a reason to support it. It's crucial now. It is essential now. This series shows us, in these episodes, the enormous power of the relationship between Jews and Muslims, and how centuries of coexistence and centuries of tolerance existed between Jews and Muslims. And if there was ever a time to remember that, if there was ever a time to have historical perspective, this is the time. Because people think, who have no historical idea about things, that Jews have always hated Muslims, and we've always been at war, and that the crisis in the Middle East reflects centuries of hatred, and that is not true.
You know, Rabbi, we've seen you for many years on Good Morning America, now on MSNBC, and commercial television entities, which I know are very important. What makes public television so important, and why should people support it?
It's more than 2-minute spots. Public television, you don't realize it until you really work in television. Everything on commercial television seems to be 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And it introduces us to an idea that is profoundly disturbing, and that is that you can understand things in 2 minutes. What public television does is what reading does. It gives you a longer framework about things. It gives you a broader perspective. And so when you consider all of the options you have for viewing, I want you, please, to remember that what public television offers you is not just good and interesting. It is absolutely unique. And it is really up to all of us to preserve that uniqueness. So I ask you to help your station now and help public television now. What you are seeing here is not just another program and not just another station. It is a different way of using television.
Thanks so much for being with us, and hopefully you will stay and be with us for at the end of our next episode.
Yes,
Can't wait.
we do look forward to talking with Rabbi Gman again during Heritage. Right now, a reminder of some of the more tangible rewards when you support this station. Please be sure to join us for Part 4 of Heritage as we tell the story of a time when Jews and Muslims lived together in peace and created one of the most remarkable cultural moments in the history of Europe. Also in Part 4, you'll see how the first crusade to free the Holy Land triggered the first wide-scale persecution of European Jews.
Before we leave, remember to give this station a call now. Turn your good intentions into a good deed with a contribution to help us serve you better. Your call does matter, and most of all, your decision to lend your financial support makes a big difference to the future here. So please call now and reserve a copy of the series when you join your station at the $150 membership level, or join at the $60 level and enjoy selected music from Heritage along with other music by composer John Duffy.
If you've just made your call, welcome to the family of public television members and supporters. It's great to have you with us.